All right, Chloe and Grayson are going to demonstrate good mornings. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what that exercise is, and it has to do with activating our hamstrings. Go ahead, Grayson.
All right, so the good morning is a great exercise to work, just as Coach Katie said, work on our hamstrings, our posterior chain. I mentioned in the previous video about back squats and front squats that making sure that our glutes, our hamstrings, and our calves are not only strong but flexible. The good morning is an eccentrically stretching of the hamstrings and the posterior chain, and on the way back up, it's that strengthening phase of it. We're going to show it with the barbell, but I also want to say that if any point, if the barbell is too heavy, you can get a PVC pipe or wooden dowel, or if the gym or facility that you're working at has a lightweight bar, a 15-pound or 20-pound bar, I would encourage you to use that for this exercise to make sure that you're getting the proper form instead of increasing the weight. All right, so Chloe's going to go in and she's going to pick up the bar just like she's doing a back squat. She's coming back. Now, a lot of times for this one, the athletes do like to have their hands wider also, but again, it's a comfort factor for wherever you like. The bar is in the same resting position as if we're doing a back squat. High on the shoulders, and we're making sure that our core and midsection is very, very engaged. Okay. Now, the difference between this one and a back squat, we will only prescribe for you during the summer bar weight, nothing more than that. We don't want you increasing the weight on this one because this is one that if you're not doing it correctly, you can become injured from this. So, this one you keep your upper body and your upper torso straight and flat. You will prep just the same, pushing your hips back, so you'll have a small bit of bend in your hips and in your knees, and then you're going to bend over at the waist. Good, and then come back up. Let's get a little less bend, so stand a little higher. There we go. And then come over. Good. And what we're looking for is, Chloe, you can go ahead and do 2 or 3 more, to create that tabletop flat back effect. So as she goes over, you see that it's becoming a flat plane here. And every time she's coming back up, it's working those hamstrings and those glutes tremendously. All right, one of the things that we do not want to see during this is a flat back squat. So sometimes you may think that you're doing this correctly. We always want you to have soft knees and hips to encourage the activation of those muscles. But a lot of times people get a little too soft there. So what I want you to do is bend down a lot and do this. So just bending your knees more. Okay, so, and this is an improper position. You can go ahead and come back up. As you noticed, her hips and her knees were excessively bent, as if she were doing a full squat. That's not the motion that we want, because it's not activating the right pieces, but it's also creating a tremendous amount of excess load on our low back. So we're going to have her rack the bar up. And we had Chloe do it with the bar, but we can also do it with a PVC pipe. It's the exact same, just a lot easier. We have the same position here with our feet shoulder width apart, and we're coming over and coming up. Same thing with the PVC pipe or lightweight bar.
Thanks, Grayson.